Okay, yeah.
All right, and we are live, guys. How you doing, Clive?
Pretty good. Hell, I thought we were live 10 minutes ago and we were talking. It's just like, why were we talking without being recorded? I mean, it's just like, yeah.
I hear you, man. I hear you. What's on the wrist?
Ah, actually, I've got this nice little Zenith. What is it's like an older Zenith Defy with an integrated bracelet.
Nice,
And
nice. You don't see those too much.
no, you don't. You don't. Anything that is halfway iconic, anything that's halfway stylish, anything that's a little distinctive, they're being snatched up, friend.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have been thinking about locally this little vintage. It's like late '60s vintage Omega Chronostop Seamaster. So it's got the it's a 145.008. So it's got basically a version of the instead of the 861.
Yeah, you were telling us about that. The 44 mil.
Yep. 40. Well, actually, it's 44 mil. This is a jumbo, and it also has an internal diving vessel.
Okay.
And And
Nice.
to me, I'm just looking at those things saying, why are these not being snatched up? The price is already going up on them, because they're now like 2,500 or something like that. And
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, you probably could have got them for like 400.
What's up, Clam Walker? Hey, Jason. How you doing, bud? What's up, Six Killer? You're not too far from me, Clam Walker. Around the Myrtle Beach is probably about 3.5 hours from Hatteras. Hatteras is the one that always gets hit in North Carolina by the hurricanes because they're always sticking out. They stick out a little bit further than the beach. But yeah, I'm just wearing the G-Shock. But you're thinking about getting an Omega though?
Well, there's one. It's like eBay. It's like 1,600, and we'll take offers. And I sent a really low ball offer. They immediately rejected. I was going to send another one. Then I looked. It's just like no transaction history. I'm like, oh hell no.
Oh yeah, you want to stay away from that.
Yeah, I.
Nice, Jason.
Yeah.
Which Seamaster are you looking at, Jason? You looking at the one like I had, or are you looking at the no date, no escape valve, the vintage inspired one?
Oh,
but yeah, that's tonight's topic. I don't know if you saw that. I put what's on your radar. I'm assuming that Omega is on your radar right now, Clive.
It is tickling my fancy. Tickling my fancy.
Okay, yeah, I don't really have too much on the radar right now. As you know, I'm looking at getting a place with my buddy soon, so no real purchases soon. But after that, I'm probably you know what I actually really like is the new Nomos that came out, the orange dial.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What is it, 2,000 I think on a bracelet, and I think it's an in-house movement. You can't beat that.
Oh yeah, he's silver ceramic with a blue bezel. He must be talking about the Seamaster.
Yeah, the one like I had, I think. But the silver down. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. There's like Seamaster are like around me, but it's just or Nomos in my extended area, but it's a little bit further than I'm willing to go.
Are you having Nomos AD?
Probably got a couple.
Okay.
There's actually one guy who's offering one in Texarkana, and basically Texarkana, from here you drive down to Dallas, then you take a left, and then you drive until you hit the state border, the Texas and Louisiana state border. God, I mean, I did that to get Dudley's cappuccino. His not his cappuccino, but his what's the drink without the milk in it?
Yeah, Jason, that's what I'm talking about. Nice.
To get his espresso GMT, and that just damn near killed me.
Long drive?
I was a little bit better even health than I am now, and no, I would probably, I might expire.
I actually get my first shot tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. I
Yeah.
should be all right. My brother got his, and my parents both got theirs. They didn't get sick, so I should be all right.
Flu shot?
No vaccine shot.
No, that's what I meant. Yes, vaccine shot.
Yeah.
Well, the trouble is, since I had a rather extreme case of
Mm.
flu, yeah.
I'm just hoping I don't get sick. That's why I haven't gotten the flu shot in years, because I know my family they've taken flu shots and they get sick, and then I don't take it and I don't get sick.
Well,
So
normally flu shots don't bother me, but this vaccine, yeah. But now I'm hearing that the reason why I got the vaccine in the first place is I was told, well, first year I was hearing that the new variants, the antibodies from the original, the new variants, it doesn't even phase them.
mm-hmm.
So, oh God, so the vaccine kicked my ass.
Yeah.
And then now I'm hearing, maybe you shouldn't take the second one if you've had a bad case of it. And like, thanks for telling me. And B, it's like, and the vaccine may not really pose much of a to the new variants.
That's not a bad goal, Jason. There's a lot of pieces right around $4 or $5 grand that you can buy right now that are good buys. I feel like, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like the Tudor Pelagus is one right around $5 grand. It's a great watch that not a lot of people. I mean, people talk about it, but they don't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Well, you said $4 grand, though, not $5.
Oh yeah, but it's about the same price range.
Well, it's not like $1,000 is an insubstantial amount of money, though.
True. But yeah, like I said, that Nomos, man. I mean, first I'll definitely get. I want to pick up the Breitling again. So, and I got
remember.
a really good quote from an actual AD. So I'm probably gonna go that way when I am ready to get it.
Well, like I said, I remember there was like a pawn shop by the office, and they had like a no date, a 10460 full kit, like 3,200. And I was like hemming and hawing, like, I don't know. Geez, that seems a little high.
The Breitling?
No, Submariner. No date sub.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, if those were the days now, right?
Oh, yeah. Now it's just like, now, you sell everything you have and drive over and claim over,
Take out a personal loan just to get a watch, right?
and stab your mother in the neck if you have to.
Yeah. What's up, Forbin Colossus? How you doing, bud? He's asking, were you told you have immunity after actually getting it?
I was told I had it for, of course, everything, 3 or 4 months. But, yeah.
See, Jason, I would honestly compare the Pelagus to the Sea Dweller, wouldn't you, Clive?
Yeah.
I would say that it's more along the lines of Sea Dweller, like extra heavy. Well, the Pelagus is not heavy, but like an extra big kind of tool watch. And they don't wear that big. Neither one really does, the Sea Dweller nor the Pelagus.
And Forbin, I'm going to explain that again, even though we already talked about it. But then I started hearing that the new variants, the antibodies, the natural antibodies from having the original, didn't really count. There was no efficacy against the new variants. So I got the shot. So then I got the vaccine, which put me in the hospital, and the second shot put me in the hospital again. This time it was only for the weekend. Yay!
Yeah, at least it wasn't as long.
Or didn't come quite as close to killing me. Yay!
Yeah, the Sea Dweller is a little bit thicker, but I feel like they're comparable watches, don't you? As far as like the depth rating and what they're made for.
The Sea Dweller and the what? Seamaster?
No, the Pelagus and the Sea Dweller. I feel like they'd be pretty comparable, don't you?
Well, what do you mean by comparable? I mean, let's face it. Most people, if they're serious about diving, they're not taking a Rolex. They're not taking a Tudor down. They're taking a wrist-borne dive computer down. Yeah. So, aesthetics of it. If you're talking about, well, they're roughly the same. That's almost like hypothetical or theoretical.
Yeah, I gotcha. Amin's calling us Crown and Caliber again. What's up, Amin? But Yeah, I don't know. I like the Pelaga. If I actually had to choose between a Pelagos and a Sea Dweller, I'd probably choose Tudor
Between a Pelagos and a what?
Sea Dweller.
Tuffy, toughy, 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 toughy.
Because I've tried both on, and the Sea
Yeah.
Dweller, I can fit it on my wrist because I got a bigger wrist, of course. But I feel like the Pelagos, it's not like it's not even on the wrist, the titanium one.
Yeah. Well, of course. Okay.
And I like that blue on it too, of course.
I would prefer clear casebacks with good movements,
Okay.
or 4,000. In this, okay, you realize there's a freaking buyer's. It's a seller's market, right? And Rancher, that's my current in theory short list. Oh, You know, I would still pit. I'd still keep the one of the original Panerais, like the 111, 112, 000, 005 on the short list, in theory list. Um, 41 millimeter Rolex. I think in theory, I mean a Submariner. I think in theory that'd be a great watch. Um, in theory, I'd say Glasuta Panomatic.
The Senator.
No, Panomatic Lunar or Pano Reserve.
Okay. Okay.
I think those things are just outstanding for the fort. And actually, as for vintage, yeah, again, that one funky little vintage Omega, the 145.008, I think is a great in theory watch because it checks off so many boxes. It's vintage sports Omega. It is it's a chronograph with a chronostop. It's a Seamaster, so it's also a diving bezel, diving watch, and it also has a oh god, what's that one? The Ploprof. It's got a little bit of a Ploprof streak to it. So, and it's insanely complicated, but it's not as ungainly as the Flightmaster. Oh, and
Okay.
also, yeah, I mean, a Flightmaster. I think those things are. I know they've gone up a little bit, but I still think they're undervalued.
I'm in the same. What's this about in theory? When a man buys everything he likes.
Okay.
And Clan Walker's
And,
asking what's the proper way to say Pelagos. Is
I
it
don't know.
Pelagos or Pelagos?
An in theory watch is one where you go through and it appears to check all the boxes, everything that you think you like, everything that you say you respect and admire and treasure and value, and you try it on, and it's like, and you don't like the watch. In theory, the watch should work. In theory, there's a couple watches out there. In theory, I should love them. I just don't. What's not what you meant?
But
Okay.
yeah. Like I said, other than the Nomos, the Breitling, that's really the only two I have on my radar for as far as what would actually look at buying this year. So.
Well, see, I don't know. I mean,
I'm just over Rolex in general. So no,
I think a lot. Well,
on my list.
Rolex is over us in general. Let's be honest, there, friend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I mean, I'd be willing to consider if the right Panerai came along at the right price, at the right time. I'd be willing to look at it, but I wouldn't be a Paneristi. I wouldn't get like 9 of them.
Jason's asking Breitling 4K with clear case back. Any suggestions? Does the what are there any Breitlings with a clear case back that you know of, Pod?
I'm sure there are.
Because even the Navitimer that I had in didn't have one.
No, and mine, in my 806 didn't have one, and that's damn sure not 4,000. Jeez.
You could pick up a Zenith used around 4,000.
Yeah.
An El Primero.
An El Primero or an Elite.
With the crazy killer movement.
Yeah. Possibly with a clear case, with an exhibition case back.
Breitling, though, the Colt, maybe, but you don't want to look at that ugly movement, though. It's a great looking watch for an entry level watch, but it's an ugly movement.
Well, in Breitling, does their Super Ocean Heritage have an exhibition or not?
No, mine didn't.
What you see, and I think, and to me, like I said, there's two sins with exhibition case. That's to give a movement an exhibition case back that doesn't deserve it, and the second one is to give a movement that is to not give one to a movement that does.
Okay. Now one that doesn't deserve it. Let me take up this case. What about like the Seiko, the SNK 809? I think it is. You know, the one that used to be until every YouTuber and their brother started talking about the flight. The 37 mil, the flight one. It was like they have the case back on it. That's kind of like for like beginning watch collectors. They can kind of look at the movement and stuff. You think that's an okay case? For like those of us just getting into the hobby.
Well, no, I mean, if it's just like, if this is going to be your first watch and you can look in the back and see a spring and something going round and round, you're like, ooh, okay, maybe. And
then you get kind of desensitized to everything after you look at everything after that, don't you?
Well, I hate to say it, it's just like, God, it's that one Breguet. They still have it there. It's not going anywhere. And the guy's basically, I went by and looked at it, and he's like, it's not going anywhere, but I'm fine. I'll keep it here until time, until time folds in on itself.
Yeah. There you go, Jason. Maybe you can buy Peter's El Primero. He's a stand-up guy. He sent me in a bunch of watches before for review.
Yeah.
I definitely recommend the El Primero. The only reason I didn't wear mine is because it just didn't fit my style, my personality. You know, I mean, I had to force myself almost to wear it. So I was like, I'm just better off to send it somewhere else.
So you say Peter is standing up.
But Amen's agreeing with us, I guess, on the case of the Seiko, I guess.
Yeah.
Might just beat out the Seamaster. Yeah. Wait, did I sell another El Primero?
You might have. I mean, and again, I've got my El Primero. It's the big ugly one. And oh my God, yeah. Actually, mine has an exhibition case back. Yeah. My El Primero has an exhibition case back, and it has the dive rating of a freaking Submariner. So yeah, and I got that. Well, I got that for under 3, just right under 3, but that was a while back.
See, Jason, that's when you tell the wife.
That was also before Sharko and Spampany took over my favorite fishing holes.
I gotcha. See, Jason, that's when you tell the wife you paid $4K, even if it was $6,000, right?
Now, you see, I've got someone. I've known a couple of people that just love the channel. They say it's almost going beyond the watch channel because it's almost going. They're almost on the verge of becoming just outright reality stars.
Yeah.
And if that happens, guess what? That's going to be bad. That's going to be bad.
Prices on everything are going to go up.
Yeah, because more people will be drawn. Hey, wait a minute.
Because they're starting to pick up. I've seen they're starting to pick up more. Like Frank Mueller, they're starting to pick up even Tag Heuer and all that. like they're picking up
Yeah.
a little bit of everything now.
But if they can reality shows and people are watching these, looking at it, then they'll start doing to other established brands what the Paul Newman auction did for Rolex. They did us no favors.
Yeah. Definitely.
They did us no favors.
Forbin is saying today's Rolex is you dated the pretty girl. Now she's a famous star and you're just a pizza boy in her past.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, that's exactly. Because Rolex was kind of our on again girlfriend in freshman and sophomore year in high school. However, junior year, Rolex became a lot more popular. Now Rolex is dating the high school quarterback, and he's got a BMI of 0.03. His family lives in the nicest house in town, and he's got a convertible. And Rolex quit sitting beside you, quit taking your phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing is, if you find out that that the quarterback either graduated early and broke up, or whatever, if Rolex comes walking back to your locker, are you going to take her back or not? I'm not sure.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I know this is not watch related. Our quarterback that just left Clemson, he ended up marrying his high school sweetheart before he signed his big contract this year.
Oh, idiot.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
Hey, she's probably trying to get some money.
Oh yeah.
And the Captain Willard turkey vulture, that's a good looking watch. I like that. Do you know which one that is, Clyde?
Yeah, I have. I've seen it before. And Chronoswiss. I've looked at Chronoswiss so many times. Yeah, and the regulator watch. Yep.
Yeah.
But those things. I mean, yeah.
Oh, Primero.
Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. He he he.
They're definitely great watches. Like I said, I could see myself wearing the new Chronomaster a little bit more because it's more of a sporty watch.
Yeah. And like I said, in Chronoswiss, God, they were a lot bigger than they used to be. And the idea that they're based on is just like we can basically take tried and true ETA movements, get everything we can out of the movements, and create high quality watches for a reasonable price. Because while everyone else is spending millions of dollars to come out in in-house movements, we can put more money and more effort into the case and the dial and the hands and so forth and so on. And they kind of fell out of favor, but I actually think there's a lot of, yeah. I will always, one of the things I will look at, if it's just like when I go through brands, Chronoswiss is always one of the ones I look at. See, what do they got?
Yeah.
And I would like a regulator.
Every time I hear that, I think of that old rap song. You remember Regulators?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warren G.
Now, a little bit after my time, but yeah.
It's a little bit before my time, but I still know the song though.
Now, boy, sometimes a doctor's watch where they has
Mm-hmm.
where it has. So I've looked at some of those at times.
The pulsometers.
Well, not just the pulsometers, because sometimes they'll have it to where they'll have the hour and the minute hand at the top half, and the bottom half, it's a seconds hand.
Okay.
And almost the second hand is almost the same size as the
You know who actually has one of those out now, and they actually did a remake, and it's a company that will surprise you because back in the day they made a lot of interesting vintage pieces. Invicta actually had a doctor's watch like that, and I think they just did an exact remake of it too. It's one that's not really talked about, and it's not one of those ones that's like marketed like the cheap whatever. I mean, it's a cheaper watch, but it's not like marketed like the Pro Diver or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And see, that would be tough because, in this case, they'd have that watch, and that reference would have some street cred, but it's just Invicta.
It's not one that's talked about a lot. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Daniel.
That's what Ming did, et cetera, in-house, ETA in-house style. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
With respect to the one. Thanks, William. Okay. Let me also put something on the record. That was me laughing at that stupidity on the because I was going to go on and talk about Andy Hendrick because I liked him. I knew him. I liked him. That was me laughing. I did not. That was not my porn. But it's just like, even when you try to do something like that, they put this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad about Andy. He seemed like he was a pretty good guy.
He was. He actually.
I never
really,
personally
really
knew him, but he always seemed like upfront.
And the thing is, if you talk to him about he was really just good, and I mean, just thoughtful and considerate and well balanced on any topic other than Suckerhorn. He was perfect. It's just when you talked about Suckerhorn, he would go ape shit. He'd go batshit crazy, and the same with Suckerhorn.
Man.
So yeah. William,
he seemed like he was a pretty cool guy though. So.
And Daniel, okay, since it's just no one here but us chickens, I do kind of like this. I kind of like the style of some of those some of the Mings. I don't know if I would pay I know the prices are creeping up and up and up. I don't know if I'd pay more than a couple of $1,000 for one.
What is it? You got to put like $1,200 down up front.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
and then you don't even know if they're going to be able to keep up with the production as many people that are ordering them.
Yeah,
because I think the only bad thing now, I think a lot of people are banking on Ming, kind of like they were like Watchbox's the one with Moser. You know how Watchbox is promoting Moser now.
Yeah,
like as an investment watch, whatever,
or a hype watch, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've got Jesus, I can't remember the name of it. Minerva watch with a similar dial, which I think is actually in gold. It's a gold watch, and I actually think it's a great watch for the money.
Now Montblanc has Minerva now, right?
Yes.
That's the trick. Paid $1,250 for them US dollars. That's crazy to put down up front on something that you might not even get. To me.
Yeah.
He's wanting that part of the controversy or whatever. Like they don't know if they're going to get it for sure or not.
Yeah.
And there's probably like only certain people on the list that will get him for sure. Probably like Rick.
Well, on the other hand, though, it's just like you'd better. Well, if they take the money and they don't either get a watch or B, a refund, then they're gonna, yeah. Of course, who knows? It could be, depending on where they're based. It could be. Wait,
I think is it China?
Oh fuck!
I think.
Never mind.
Don't call me down there.
Never mind.
Daniel, let me know. Is it China, Daniel?
Never mind. They will totally get away with it if that's the case.
I think they're based in China, but they have Swiss movements, or they're Swiss made, but the company's based in China, one or the other. The owner, I think it's named after the owner, I think, Ming.
Yeah.
And I think he's Chinese. He might be a Chinese national. I might be wrong.
Or it might be
another country. Yeah. Daniel can probably tell me more. I don't know.
Or it could be named after the vase. Or the diamond. This is a Ming vase.
They're definitely good looking watches. Don't get me wrong. I hope that people get what they paid for. I hope a lot of people just don't get screwed over on that. He says he already has 17.06 copper and monolith from 1.5 years ago. Okay. That's the thing. I think too many people are, or like you said, they're kind of hyping them right now.
Yeah.
I think they're planning on their investment, banking on their investment.
And sometimes you can't wonder what is really being hyped and what is legitimate. What is legitimate a groundswell of support, enthusiasm, and what is just shysters,
Yeah.
Yeah. Shyster.
Trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the thing about that too, like we're talking about Timepiece Gentlemen, they talk about every week how much money they made in that, but that you got to think about they're only making probably literally what maybe $1,000 per sale
Okay,
if they're lucky.
Timepiece Gentleman is talking about how much money he's doing. What, like
Like
selling?
how much they're making. No, not making, but just watches in general. Like he talks about how much he sells each week.
Yeah,
But like out of that, he's probably only banking in like what 20 or $30,000 a week or something like that. Probably right.
there is no telling. But again, I've heard they're on the verge. I already have them. Okay, Monolith from 1.5 years ago. I've actually heard they're on the verge of becoming actual reality TV stars because they're just so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah, I heard that too.
And yeah, and if that happens, screw those guys because they'll get rich off. Well, and then even more money, even more people will be drawn into our hobby.
They'll be like the Gas Monkey Garage of the watch room,
Yeah.
pretty much.
What's the Gas Monkey Garage?
The Richard Rawlings guy.
No idea who that is.
You never watched him on Discovery Channel?
No. Do you realize how many freaking channels are on YouTube? And the other thing is, I'm starting to get a little mad at YouTube anyway. They're kind of, well, YouTube and Google are kind of butt buddies of the Chinese Communist Party. I'm not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone that wants to report on the Chinese Communist Party all of a sudden starts getting demonetized and their videos taken down. I'm thinking, do we want to?
Well, my biggest video is retarded. I downloaded it with music, and I was thinking because I had the app and I actually bought the music. I have a little Casio video. It's close to 16,000 views or something, which is not bad for how many people are subscribed to my channel.
Right.
It got demonetized just because I have a little intro with some music in it, and that's my biggest video, most viewed video. And then Marco is saying this newly acquired Ming. He just bought it. He got it from the strip mall. Lawyer's approval. All right, that's
I don't know. He didn't really list it as JV Marco, so it may not be.
yeah. We'll let it slide. We'll prevent it. But starting to get angry at YouTube. Discovery Channel. Clive has been. Yeah, I got you. This Is Us.
What is This Is Us?
It's I think it's a bunch of YouTube channels. I think just that do like a whole like collaboration or what. I don't know. I've never watched any of them. So
yeah, well, and the thing is also you can't tell that there's a couple people going here and troll. I think they're pretending to be Marco. So I don't know.
You never know.
Yeah, that may not be Pugsley Luxury or not.
Except we'll let that one slide. It's not like the one from yesterday. So,
yeah.
But if they do start trolling, of course, like I said, just block them. But this is definitely This Is Us is a TV show.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the help.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but
and to be honest, I did like, I have looked at, of course, as you know, with Blue Shirt Buddha and everything else, they look at, God, there's so many watches. There's so many watch brands
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the overall design aesthetics of Ming, they did really capture my attention up front, thinking, But again, they're becoming a hype watch anyway. So do I like them? Do I like the overall design aesthetics? Yes. Enough to jump on the hype train for a brand new watch brand?
One that's unknown, which I think
yeah.
Rick has one, doesn't he?
Rick has one of everything.
Yeah, he's selling off. I saw on his Instagram. He's selling off a lot of pieces because I think he
Yeah.
just bought a long Zona thing.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, God, I've got a couple of friends over down south of me that are really consolidating, really just getting just off the charts pieces.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, you think a long Zona is going to be the next hype watch? They've been under the radar for a little while.
Foul is fair and fair is foul. I mean, the in theory watch was, or the
I noticed Roman and Adrian were talking about it. They had like a crap ton of pieces on their desk on their last Watches and Whiskey episode. So I don't know if that's going to be the next hype watch or not. If they're trying to corner the market on that a long.
Yeah. Taking half payment up front for you want here should wait is.
Yeah, I can.
If they weren't in China, I'd feel if they were literally any place but China, I'd feel better.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I got impatient waiting on my JLC that I bought. You remember that?
Yeah.
Because it was something to do. I had bought that Sector Dial, and it was something to do with a crocodile strap, import this, that, and the other, because they had to order it from JLC. And I got tired of waiting, so I ended up with the Breitling.
Well, they say instant gratification is great if you can wait that long.
Yeah. Ming is better Chinese-made bracelet than the Omega Seamaster.
Mass-produced uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Of course, on the other hand,
is it marketing hype or is it just collectors speculating?
Or a little bit of both.
Did Hodinkee hasn't been all over them yet, have they?
Well, yeah. And yeah, the thing is though, I would feel a lot better about everything else if it wasn't based in China and taking that. Looks like the JV guys are up here squabbling amongst themselves. Oh well. Yeah. I mean, I'd feel a hell of a lot better if it was any place but communist China.
Yeah. Yeah, even if it was Japan or even Korea. South Korea.
Saudi Arabia, for Pete's sake. Liberia would even Liberia would probably.
Yeah.
Ming sanity.
Oh, Ming's not in China. Where are they at, man? Where are they based at? Because I was thinking they were Chinese for some reason. Is it? It's not Japanese, is it?
Well, I would have thought Marco would have told us.
Oh, Malaysia. Okay, well, that I feel a little more comfortable, I suppose.
A little bit, yeah.
Malaysia than China.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, and like I said, I know there's a lot of ethnic Chinese in Malaysia. Actually, there's ethnic Chinese all over freaking Asia. So.
I feel a little more comfortable with that than over China.
Yeah,
like you said, for sure. But anyways, we're going on close to 40 minutes. You about ready to call it a night?
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks everybody for joining the conversation, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks, Clyde.
Yeah.
Later, everybody.